YouTube, we are ready to leaf cast the Action Comics. I'm only doing the spine, but we're going to do a few things. So the first thing that I want to do is, this is the pulp that I was able to achieve, and I'm happy with it. It's going to match nicely. Now, I did many different adjustments to it off camera, so I want to mix it up now and put it in the squeeze bottle. So hold on. Also, what we're going to do with this upload is I'm going to do a new technique that I'm going to do a reinforcement of the staple area, but by doing a reinforcement of the staple area, I am going to use a different color pulp because the cover of the Action Comics is whiter than the interior. And this is a tip that Kenny Sanderson gave me, which in my mind I thought about doing it, but we solidified it, or at least he suggested it, and I think it's going to work well here. So hang out, let me get the cover. Okay, I have the cover here. Let me get it set up. So here is the cover on the actual Hollytext now. I didn't make it super white, guys, okay? But you can see this color is going to match up nicely. Once I install it, believe me, it's going to look very nice. Now, I want to show you on the flip side of this book. Do you see how this is whiter? So I have a little piece of leaf casting from a former project, or one of my actual pieces that I keep as a color gauge, and we're going to install it on the area where the paper is missing. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because on the reverse, it's going to be a different shade of casting. So right here I have my methyl cellulose. I just want to put a little dab right there. Nothing crazy. And by doing that, I'll be able to position the pulp, and I'm putting this on dry, just like this, because I am going to cover this with my additional pulp, the tan pulp. And once we get this wet, it's just going to suck in, and we'll be able to cover it, and it's going to look a lot better, in my opinion. So also what I'm going to do differently is I'm going to repair. There is a few rips that I didn't get, so we're going to do that when it's wet. One here, one here. I repaired this rip down here, but it looks like there's another rip there, and I just want to reinforce the areas that are ripped so we can make this book look as good as new, or at least as much as we can make it as good as new. So what I want to do here is I want to cover up the voids in the leaf casting table so I can get good suction. You know, suction is key in this case. And I'm going to put the actual suction on before I wet it, because I want everything to be kept in place. So hold your ears, guys. Here we go. Okay, ladies and gents, that's it. This is the leaf casting that I want to do. I don't want to get crazy with it. As I said, I want this to be a minimum conservation, and that's all she wrote. Nice and simple. This is just going to be a job that we can get this book back together as best as possible without doing a tremendous amount of conservation. Now what I want to do is I want to install my Tengojo pieces. So we have a rip right there. So what I'll do is I will rip a piece of the Tengojo, and I'm going to put a bigger piece on it just to make it a little stronger. So what do we got? We got it right here. There we go. Tengojo installed. Very easy. Let's put some good old methyl cellulose, which I have off camera here. And that will make sure this rip doesn't come undue when you have the CGC graders touching it. And my understanding, I recall there was a rip over here, right here. So let's put a little Tengojo there as well, nothing crazy. That will repair the rip there nicely. Just like that. This stuff is so thin, when it dries, you won't even see it. So there's a piece of Tengojo. And I did there, and I know I wanted to reinforce up here, but I think we're good. I think there is just one other little rip. And what happens is, you really should mark them if you're working on it before you wet it, because sometimes you just forget where they are. So there's one right there. I'll put a little some methyl cellulose, and then I'm gonna shut the camera off for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. I hate to say it, I had to shut the camera off because my eyes are not what they used to be, and I had to get close and personal with the cover because I'm getting old and my eyes are really not the best. They used to be a lot better. I do a lot of reading with work and whatnot, and unfortunately it's not the best for close. I used to have great close or near vision, or I think that's, near sight it's the reverse. So my near sight is bad and close was always good, but now both is starting to get bad, distance and closeness. Okay, so there is a piece of Hollytex that I just put down. Now what I want to do is I want to put a piece of paper towel over this, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the vacuum on to suck down the pulp a little bit more. Okay, that's enough, guys. Now what we're gonna do, which is something different, and this is the first time I'm doing a leaf casting job with Big Bertha, baby. We all know who Big Bertha is, right? I hope so. Big Bertha, if you don't know, go check out my prior uploads, is the press that I use. So what I want to do is I want to take the cover off of this tray for a second. I'll put it on my glass on the side. And then I want to get my shelving unit that I've been using. Everyone knows the shelving unit if you're watching these uploads. And with the shelving unit, let's put some blotting paper down. So we got, let's do one sheet, just like that. Let's do another sheet. I'm happy we just went to Costco to get all these paper towels. And then what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go a little loco, and we're going to do a third sheet, okay? Just like that. Then I'm gonna put the cover down right in the middle on top of the paper towels, just like that. Beautiful. Then I'm going to put 3 more paper towels on top. Okay, let's do this, the last one. So here we go off camera. We got 1, just like that. Let's put another one on. 2. And then let's do a 3. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my second shelving unit on just like this. Let's make sure it's all flat. That was a little rough on my behalf. Let's make sure it's nicely put down. And I'm going to take this. This is why I have to restore Big Bertha, because it has rust on it. I'm going to take this now and I'm going to put it in the Big Bertha press. And I'm going to wrench down on it as tight as I can. And then we'll let it sit and dry in there, and I'll change the paper towels. And then I'll show you what the cover is going to look like next upload. Thank you for stopping by, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't, and like, and why not share? See you soon, YouTube.